put on my headphones so I can hear my own voice. I mean, I can hear my own voice, but it can't hear my own voice, right? That's not how that works. Hello, friends and fellow Monkeyology enthusiasts. It's 1 o'clock, so we've gone live. Do a little bit of preload here. Hey, TM. Thank you for popping on. This really should be the last bit, I would think. But either way, we don't need to rush through, enjoy things, all that sort of thing. So don't mind my pawing around a little bit here. I got things that I usually would do in the last 5-10 minutes before the stream. I was not able to because of, business requirements. Sometimes the tattoo shops just like it's gotta take the attention. All right. Oh God, I'm thirsty. I have to say I am admiring Manny's prosthetics in his costume. Currently, his giant chin. My beard gives me the same effect. Without it, like my face ends about here. All right. So we have the costume now. And we needed the costume to get into that other room. But we can also go in there now, too. Maybe I want to go in there first. I don't know. I mean, logically, when you solve a puzzle and get, like, you're like, oh, I walked past here. I can't go in there without a costume. Then you got a costume, so you go on. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Sometimes games throw a little bit of loop in there, especially if they're trying to stretch themselves out. That sounds like more likely tons and tons and tons of content were cut from this instead to make it oh my god, the full game uncut. Think of how long that game would be. This guy for being like an endgame character. Wait, no, where else did we see him? Oh, right at the beginning. He's the guy. Yeah, okay. That's why he's very fresh in my memory. He's the mechanic or whatever. Good commentary.
Going up?
This elevator goes up straight to the penthouse suite of Hector Lamans. Mr. Lamans.
I relied on Tony Plana to improvise a lot of Spanish, because I didn't write any of the Spanish dialogue. I'd write Buddy. It was always like, Buddy, hey, Buddy, what's going on?
And you would
bud?
say F.A.
He'd go,
or something like that.
yeah, let's say Carnal, which is like...
I am not sure.
Carnal was like, really
I
close.
am not sure.
Like carnal, like
Oh,
like
this
a
guy.
blood-
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
blood-
That wasn't a
and then it's
question.
like,
I missed message. He was yeah, absolutely. The tube switch. That's why I was like, that's where I remember from. That I called him a mechanic or whatever, which is
like,
not what he was.
He's a Cuban actor, and he's like, it's not that bad.
But he was
Cuban.
the guy
Mexico, that's a
who
swear
he
word,
was
but
like
I
the
mean,
maintenance dude.
So there's some Spanish in here that might be not for children.
Need a rating.
Yeah, I need a rating only in Spanish.
Secret door. Oh, more commentary. Get back.
He's doing army. I think that's his deal. He's doing like
Right. Yeah, no, I
Soldier
get
Boy.
it. Yeah, it's like Gomer Pyle. Yeah.
kind of like Gomer. Not Gomer. No, he's doing I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I mean, not Gomer specifically himself, but that sort of world of humor. Like T. Boone Pickens. No, not T. Boone Pickens, but T-Bone Pickens.
That's some of the most
Slim
visually...
Pickens. There we go. Now,
Oh, exactly.
like Slim Pickens in Doctor Strangelove.
Got Gyro Duck over here. Why can't I guess there's more commentary, but I was trying to figure out why I couldn't check out Gyro Duck. Gyro Duck being a character from DuckTales.
Clint, I want to
bounce
back in
off
the
like
day
what you were
that
saying before about the
was like
passion
a
that
single-wheeled
everybody had,
robot.
because it is. I
But
remember
a
us
costume.
all just. It was no big deal
was really
to
just a
stay the
unicycle.
night sometimes, especially towards the end, because we were all just trying to fix whatever bugs there were and just make it better and polished. And I remember some of the conversations that you and I would have about just organization and making sure that, you know, the creative process was supported and all of that. And it just was nice that we all cared about our areas so much, you know.
Absolutely, Leslie. I think that that was really what I was trying to say earlier, is that the goals that everyone set were so high, and then they became internalized as the bare minimum.
Right.
So even though they were beyond necessarily the Call of Duty, if you will,
Right.
they were still viewed as must-achieves.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's like a given on a Tim game, though, right?
Yeah.
Because his creative, like, bar is so extremely high.
Yeah.
And you see him working so much that you just can't, you can't help it. And especially when you see the game and the story that you're working on, and you want to make sure it's the best.
That's right.
And you can, every little nuance, I mean, just the music, and like you said, the attention to detail, just those birds, the flapping, you know, it's just amazing.
I find it hard to believe that he didn't include a dancing man bunny. It's like something that makes him do a little thing.
Hey, what's going on under that raincoat?
I don't know what's going on under that makeup. Agent Calavera?
You? Didn't Salvador chop you in half early this evening?
Yes, which has given me this glorious opportunity to serve the cause by gathering funds for the LSA while stealing from our arch enemy at the same time.
This is an impressive feat that he's pulling off here, by the way.
Hola.
Oh, they're rude.
No drinks for me, thanks.
More calm.
This game was so long and complex and had new characters in like the last act and stuff. and
Right.
I was like, how do we make so much complexity in in 3 years? I know it sounds like a long time to people who don't. A lot of it was that it was double. It was like 6 years because we also worked all night for 3
Right.
years.
That's true.
We worked all day and all night
That
for
is
3 years. It's
true.
like a 6-year project. And for the good of the games industry, we try not to do that anymore. Like people thought when the game was going late, like it took longer than it was not. It was supposed to take like a year, not like 3 years.
Yes.
And people wanted to do it episodically. They're like, let's just release it episodically. But who knows what would happen if we had done that? Because it might not have made Act 2 or Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way things are changing at the company.
That is a fair point. Oh, God. Yeah. Imagine if, only the first 2 acts of the game, the first 2 chapters, or 3 years, I guess, more appropriately, were even released. What if the end never happened? What if we were just, like, left hanging in the story? That could have easily been 2 games worth of length if you consider the length of some of the other titles. Like, this could have been Grim Fandango 1 and 2. I'm glad they made the whole thing. Yeah, and it's also because of what they wanted to do with freelance police. Yeah, and they absolutely no. Well, they were hatching the whole idea of episodic content, which worked out pretty well for them in the short term and perhaps in the long term. Because I mean yeah. The problem is avoiding formulaicness and interchangeability of the characters that you're trying to portray. Like, if it's just, hey, let's make a wacky story. But yeah, perhaps getting themselves as locked to it was I just wish they didn't get into all these other franchises that I really had no interest in. Like, I tried so hard to get into The Walking Dead, and I will acknowledge that it's a great title. People really, really like it, and I'm not gonna say it's bad because I don't, but I couldn't get into it. You know, I honestly had an issue. Yeah. And it was. Like, I'm grateful for it because it'll open the door up for our little mini golden era. I do like that the fans of the games themselves have just sort of taken it upon themselves to fund the continuation of the genre. That Lucy Dreaming completed and fully funded its Kickstarter plus some stretch goals, so it'll have a German translation, which I'm sure will help it do quite well. I'm excited about that one too because I've been following its development for a while. I quite enjoyed
I can't remember the last time I had access to a men's room.
Oh my god. You need... That is Meche. Okay. No, Meche...
Hola.
They did?
No drinks for me, thanks.
Like, I can't even... If this is Meche, I can't even... Like, select her.
Buenos dias.
Back off, sleazeball,
Oh,
or my husband here will bust your jaw.
That's not Meche. Yeah, because I know it basically did that line that said first there twice. Let's just continue.
Hola.
Hola. Then there's just a giant gap. And then he says,
No drinks for me, thanks.
I don't know. Where is Mitch? I'll go find her. Okay, I was trying to.
Meche, it's me.
Manny? That's some costume.
There we
Here,
go.
help me get Mr. High Roller
Didn't
here
even
into
sound
this
right.
sheet so we can get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Haha.
Hey, is that you, young lady? I'll get you.
Fun tip.
God. Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm going to punt this twerp the first chance I get.
Hey! Help!
I feel like
I'm going to punt this twerp the first chance I get.
I'll do that again in a second.
You must be patient, my kitten. I'll escort you to your party just as soon as my system pays off here.
Do I have to, like, hit him with something? And Xander. Oh, I gotta play it back. Do it again.
Why do you want to get him into a sheet?
I told him there was a big toga party at the Casino Romano, but he had to wear this sheet to get in. After he changes, you take his suit and go upstairs. Get it?
You're trickier than I thought. I know this guy. He can play the slots for days.
He said as soon as the machine pays off, he'll come with me.
Not again. I'll get you. Not funny. Hey!
Do something with your machine, man.
Help! Back! Hey, these work without money. Lady. Maybe Hector's not all that bad. Hey! Oh, you're kidding me. It only pays off if you bet? That's not fair. You must be patient, my kitten. I'll escort you to your party just as soon as my system pays off here.
I know this guy.
He said his...
Hey.
Not again. I'll get you. Hey! Young lady. Help!
Doesn't really turn into an action cursor with
Oh, for crying out loud. You must be patient, my kitten. I'll escort.
Did you seriously just glitch out? No, okay. What are you... Okay, that was weird. No, man.
What exactly are you doing with these slot machines?
I'll stick myself inside like a finger down the throat of Hector Limons himself, and I'll make the machine regurgitate the wealth it has devoured.
Yeah.
Go.
I know this guy.
He said...
Get him and tell him to do something. Give me the damn thing.
Not again.
Oh no. So,
I'll get you.
so playful.
Help!
Special assignment just in from Salvador.
Hey!
Crack that machine and leave the change right away.
Yes, sir!
Oh, for crying out loud. Young lady.
Wait a
Not
second.
funny. Hey!
I mean, how this guy hasn't been sprouted further already. Sitting here robbing the casino.
I did it! My system worked! I knew it! I told you!
That's great. Now let's go so you can buy me a drink at the Romano.
I'll meet you at the train station with the tickets. There won't be one from me, so you'll have to go back by yourself.
I'll tell that gatekeeper everything. He has to help us.
Come, my lovely. I have another infallible system I'd like to demonstrate. Ow.
Give me a goddamn clothes.
A little tight in the shoulders, but at least it doesn't reek of sled dog.
You still got the makeup, bro.
I'm not going up there unarmed.
Okay. But also, see, why would they show this great big door here? If I couldn't go this way.
I can't go strolling through the halls now. I'm on the lam.
Yeah. do a slide. Do a slide down the ladder. Come on. Pardon me. Ava.
There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it. Any messages for me?
Nope, call stopped coming for you. They're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
High-tech surveillance equipment they have here in the sewer.
Hector, I almost have that new bouquet of tulips ready for you. Listen to me once and for all, Parsley. You are not a florist. You are a manufacturer of weapons. But I...
Well, where is it? Because we need guns.
Bet if I could get that plant lover out of there, I could talk him into making a gun for me instead. Nothing to see but flowers. Hello down there. Oh, never mind. Go back to sleep, whatever you are.
Need to lure him out. Okay. I feel like then I would want to be in that area. He's making this noise. Sorry, that's just the second time that noise has come up. And it was very loud. I'm hoping it was that switch that had it screwed up. Can't go up the elevator without... Oh, that's sort of, that's 22, and I feel like going back up here is not going to do much good. But... I mean, did we do anything with that monster in the pits effectively? No, you said there's nothing else to do earlier. Just didn't remember that's where I was heading until I saw the... So... Okay, so back down it is. I'm not seeing being around Glottis being helpful. I'm not sure we really did much of anything in that room. Yeah. So, I mean, there's gotta be something worth doing there. Or I'm just forgetting what I did there, which is completely valid and possible. I know there's just ways I can't go currently because of this. And I'm getting that.
Okay, I don't know what's down there, but I have issues with it.
Does it have me getting that before then? What? Okay. good start at least. Good. Potentially staining material. Alright. And just go with the point you're making there. What I should have gotten from that was there was only one place with a remote view of what they were doing, what he is doing.
Okay, don't bite. This is a note. You like notes, remember? Already got some. This pigeon's got my scary note from Hector.
That's not good about. Tell her to send it.
Any messages?
Nope, they're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
Already got some. Bet if I could get that plant lover out of there, I could talk him into making a gun for me instead.
Okay. Ah.
Well, here goes nothing. Go, baby, por la revolución!
Lots of things don't fuck with owls. And if they do it in groups.
One of Hector's messengers. With a message for me? I know what you're up to. I've been watching. I'm coming to sprout you myself. George truly, Hector Le Mans. I knew it! I knew he was out to get me the whole time! You'll never find my secret hideout, Hector. You're going to have to find yourself another florist!
Oof. Owie. And his office.
Give me that.
Not so high!
Come down.
I don't really...
I didn't put in too many late nights, but there was one where I was in the office at 2 in the morning just making notes on the script. And all of a sudden, Chuck Jordan walks by my office and says, "Hi." And there was a way about him that 10 minutes later, I got up from my desk and went over to his office and went in and said, "Did you just get in?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got in at 2. At 2 in the morning." He's like, "Yeah." And I guess that he'd put in so many late nights that his whole time clock had shifted. And so he said to Tim, he's like, "Hey, is it okay if I just come in at 2 in the morning?" And Tim was like, "Sure."
lots of commentary. Okay. Hey, no, turn around. We're going for this commentary. We're not doing this. Out of the way! One little. Oh, there we go.
I really like puzzles where you use things backwards. Like you use the instead of using a metal detector to find something metal, you use something metal to find a metal detector in the kitty litter, and then here you're instead of shooting sproutella into a bones, you're using bone flakes to expose a sproutella chain. I love this room. It looks almost exactly like the concept art. It looks like so painted.
Or to open a door, you lock it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's just the formula for all the puzzles. You do something backwards.
Look out! I'm just running around looking for more. No, don't get on there. Yeah. I loved how backwards that puzzle was. Because, you know.
Out of the way!
I'm just not sure.
I saw Bowsley run down here. Where did he go? The flakes of bone are spread baby tears. How about this one? Anyone down here? Monsters? Again?
Active commentary?
Help me.
That we haven't done before.
Bowsley's probably in that maze, but I'd never be able to find him without something really helpful. Okay, I think I could follow the trail this way, but I need a little light.
Hey, what's that? No, not that. The thing coming at us!
That ledge looks like a safer place to be, but can't reach.
Commentary. Don't do this to me. Walk back.
was a certain amount of improvisation that
Like, Glottis
more
could
towards
eat
the end
that
of the game
thing
you got,
alive,
the more
probably.
the musicians improvise, and so
And then make a sweet vehicle.
So
Yeah,
like
this sounds like
everything's
the meta kind of.
it is. It's a little bit like that. In fact, I think it's a remix
But
of some of the tracks. they used
Glottis
in
and
the-
Eddie Riggs together,
And they're sort of
get them to make
riffing on
the
the
coolest
Hector
fucking
theme.
shit ever made.
Wait, how are they? Where's the actor theme in this?
The da 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 is part of
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, you're ripping this whole game wide open with this Hector.
It's just kind of It's what I do is hum the Hector theme to them before they start.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure they like to do the next one after. No, we threw a mini game at you. Hunt down all the commentary. That doesn't seem. Oh, but then there's a stay there. Stays there. Doesn't work. Now you're stuck. No, commentary. There we go.
I really didn't like early 3D,
Yeah.
like 90s 3D, because I
Right.
always thought it looked like cardboard boxes that were taped together and that someone had dragged nylons over, you know? and that implies a lot more smooth skinning than actually existed. It was really like,
Right.
it was really, and then everything was painted on the outside, even things that should be modeled as an interior space, like ribs on a skeleton or something. Everything was painted on the outside.
Right.
And it looked ridiculous.
So it looked like everybody was wearing a Halloween costume anyway.
Yeah, and then I saw those paper mache skeletons where they painted the ribs on the outside, and I was like, this is perfect. This kind of folk art would actually look really good in 3D. There was a lot of pressure to get into 3D back then because it was seen as the future. I mean, obviously it was, because a lot of everything turned into 3D, but 2D is still a big money-making thing in games too.
Hector? Hector, is that you? You better back off, man! I mean it! I'm not feeling too rosy! I feel... I'm thinking I better... Things are gonna change around here!
Listen, Bowsley.
Listen, Bowsley, I'm here to hurt you.
Shut
Hector, is
up,
that you?
Bowsley. We're gonna
You better
listen to
back off, man.
commentary, not you.
There's a character who shows up later on called a florist, who is played by a great actor called Keith Sarabika, who I've worked with a lot over the years. And Keith, oftentimes when he auditions, the characters that the way he does his auditions, they're not usually safe choices that he makes. And the first time I came across him was he was auditioning for Boston Low, and he just, Boston Low's a space commander, and Keith was doing something very deep and dark and strange, and because his last name is Zarabika, it just sort of stuck in my head, and I used to always look forward to whatever audition Keith was going to throw our way, and they were always bizarre and never appropriate. And then when he auditioned for the florist, who's insane because he, in the real world, is a florist and deals with flowers, which are beautiful things, but in the Grim Fandango world, it's death. He's gone crazy, and he's deranged, and Keith just nailed the part and was just brilliant. And it was at that moment that I realized, oh, he's actually a normal dude, and he can do all sorts of other things, but just his audition choices are different and unusual.
Meadow. You wanna take a walk in the meadow, punk? And then he
Judging
says
by
to
the
me,
emblem, these
"You'll
cases
get
are full of sproutella.
benefit." Yeah, the good stuff too. None of that slow-acting fern food that I left for Hector. Fern food!
At least he's got some of the
So,
bodies on
yeah,
my
one of the things that I think people don't realize is it's not just pre-rendered art, but there's pre-rendered Z buffers
That's right.
through the whole thing. And
Yeah.
we thought that the pre-rendered Z buffers were just do all the work for us, and it turned out that if you look through the game data, the pre-rendered Z buffers, there's a lot of hand-painted pre-rendered Z buffers. We made a Z buffer editing tool, which was funky because it's 16-bit data, and you can't edit 16-bit data in an 8-bit monitor. So you'll see.
It's grayscale. It looks like a ghost scene. It's like you look into like a foggy version of the world.
Yeah, so we did like a quantized 8-bit version of it, and you could paint into it, and people would just use like big boxes and find places there where he was clipping, or we didn't want him to clip. A lot of it was he was slightly behind something and he shouldn't have been. So you would like go into the edge of the sofa or something, and you just black it out.
Black it out, yeah.
So that he would pop in front of it.
Where do you get off?
It's locked.
What can I do to get you to take me seriously?
That's the most gruesome window display I've ever seen.
And I see a garden waiting to
I'm not touching any of these human remains.
Display.
I'm not touching any of these human remains.
This human remains? Say!
That's the most gruesome window display I've ever seen.
Things are gonna change around here!
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Who do you think you're fooling?
Yeah, we used the
And he's
surrounding
looking at some stuff up there that
the Indian cello to sort of make a reference to the hippies, I guess you'd say.
To who was the guy with the Beatles?
George Harrison was
the
oh,
guru,
you mean
the guru they hung
the
out with.
guru, the Maharishi. Yeah, and also Ravi Shankar was sort of a friend of theirs, musical friend of theirs.
I've got enough juice right here to turn the world green!
What are you?
I've got half a mind to. I got half
Looks
a
like
mind.
a big ball of tape screwed to the wall.
Screwed
Can't
to
reach.
the wall! Yeah, man. Who do you think you're fooling? I love plants. Is that so wrong? Hey, do you know what you just did? You just opened Pandora's box! You get out of here right now or I'll let you have it.
That was just guesswork. I did not look that up. Why did I just leave, though?
Hey there, stranger. Can I help you?
I'm looking for something in a 9mm.
Oh, well, I have a very pretty bouquet of that right here.
Just triggered his customer service
There you go.
need.
Would you like some baby's breath to go with that?
Sure.
All right, here you go.
No,
have a
here's the
great
bell
day
and he
now.
goes into customer service mode. I completely understand it. Oh, hello. Wow, we just clipped through the wall. Big time. We just emerged upon the bone wagon. You heard the ding and it just seemed, hey, hi, how are you doing today? How can I help you? It's a conditioned response, and I actually will. My wife will confirm this. In the middle of my sleep, I will offer my, hi, how you doing today? What brings you into the store? Or I'd be like, oh, right, nice phone. Did you get the case that you needed for it? Because this is what I used to do, was electronic sales for like the better part of a decade, so it's so grilled into me. Okay.
Love you.
I love you. I'm not gonna just be like, hey, that's that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the reasoning for it. I'm sure somebody in the writers spent some time working customer service and just, or at least knew somebody that it was like, ding, okay. But anyway, there's something called a customer service now, and it is often fake as shit, but hey, we got ammo, we got a gun, we got a nice suit. Let's go fuck some shit up. But first, no, there's absolutely no purpose to me doing that. I also, we do. we do have an enormous jaw. Like, should I stop somewhere and take that off first? It serves as a great costume. I love that Glottis, he just fantasizes about what he wants to do all day long. Yeah, his vroom vroom noises and stuff. Glottis is very much a pure soul. I thought we'd do the costume, but I guess we got the suit now. Guys are like, yeah, okay, why do you have that face paint on? No, the fake jaw is also happy. So when Hector tries to take a swing at you, he hits the fake jaw. It makes no contact. He just flies off to the side because he's like, oh, I'm gonna throw a haymaker at this jaw here. And he goes, and you're just like sitting there watching him as he rolls off to the side from his own body weight.
Is it showtime yet?
Ah, Johnny Thunder still hasn't. You know these.
Hey, you're talking about...
Sorry.
Alright, well, they're not gonna help.
I'm here to conduct business with Hector Lamans. I just spoke with him on the phone and he's expecting me.
You know Hector Lamans, eh? Okie dokie. Then answer me this one simple question. Okay, how many times has Hector Lamans run for mayor and won?
Wow. Oh my god.
35.
Oh, sorry. I guess you don't know Hector Lamans like I know Hector Lamans.
I better not expose my weapon in here. Probably security cameras everywhere.
There's nobody here now. There's no purpose. Go talk to Meche, but she's not here anymore.
I'm not putting those clothes back on. They stink.
The only person here would be Ava. She doesn't know Hector Lamans. Well, the only thing I see numbers on are this big old sign up here, which I was thinking that it just now it only says 31. So maybe that's it. Because I was looking at that, I'd be
Let's
like,
go, buddy.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. And he's looking directly at it too.
Okay, if you were a cat, how many of you could Hector Lamans fit in his stomach?
Now there's two numbers. Why? Originally it said 31. Now it says 30. Okay. It's the latest number that
30.
pops up
Yeah,
every time.
well, that was an easy one.
Too bad. I win.
Best 2 out of 3.
Don't mess with me. I know Hector Lamans.
Do it. It's very much another one. Is it? If this is 5, What's this? It's not as complicated as it might look. In fact, it's way simpler, and it's telling you, right, it's staring you the way. Okay. Oh shit.
Celso Flores, what are you doing in Hector Lamont's waiting?
Glad I put that in there. I didn't know that happened. Manny actually got to do some salesmanship. Manny actually got to be a travel agent at one point in the game. I've totally forgotten that. Genius. Whoever made this is a genius. That's what this commentary is all about. Just me watching things and being like, oh, dang. Good job.
Yeah, nice going, nice going.
I'm your travel agent.
Oh, I have a travel agent already, but he's miles away mopping floors in an automat, so I suppose the position is open.
Yeah. He doesn't recognize me because
Is this your wife, Celso?
Yes, we've just returned from a lovely cruise. Well, it became lovely once I caught up with you, my little tamale.
Yeah, but where's the woman, dude that she ran off?
Actually, I work for Hector. He sent me to answer your questions.
I'll handle this, my sweet one. What can you tell me about these double N tickets? This price seems much more than double.
The real question is, don't you feel you're worth it?
I know we're worth it, but are the tickets worth it?
Well, they cost a mint because they save you a mint.
Well, I don't have a mint, so what do I care?
What exactly are you saving your money for? A rainy day? Because let me tell you, you're dead. Every day is rainy from now on.
Yes, but there's no reason not to be careful with your money.
Well, enough about you guys. Let me tell you about my problems.
Actually, we have a lot.
This makeup breathes about as much as vulcanized rubber.
Yes, but it brings out your strong jaw.
I can't raise my arms in this suit.
Well, let's just hope no one pulls a gun on you tonight, huh?
That sounds like some terrifying foreshadowing. Can't even lift my arms to defend myself.
I just got back from the worst vacation I've ever had.
Actually, I just got back from quite an adventure myself, so...
Well, I'm sure you've seen flying spiders and flaming beavers, but trust me, it gets worse. You see, I've been to the edge of the world and back.
I had no idea traveling the land of the dead was so fraught with peril.
Now, how much would you pay just to skip the whole thing?
Darling, come. Let us blow our nest egg together.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mr. Lamans, we've decided to take you up on your generous offer.
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying.
Excellent.
The little lady changed your mind.
But why the fuck?
No,
Okay, wait.
actually, it was your agent over there.
Of course. He's
Yeah,
one
but
of
you
my
didn't
best.
qualify.
Well, come on in. Let's chat, shall we?
Ah, still got it.
Man, he didn't do that. He did that.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what spell you cast on the Flores couple, but stick around. Once I'm done with them, there's something across town I'd like to show you. Am I talking about just a job here, or am I talking about opportunity in the general sense? We've had a lot of openings in this office in the last couple of years,
shit.
and frankly, we've had trouble filling them. I could really use a closer like you on
It's
the team.
hilarious that they're bringing back to his office. No less.
This could be your
Why don't
office.
you give me the nice office? Why are you giving me my old schlub office?
Yeah, try this on. See how it feels.
It's
That's yours
his.
too. And as an added bonus,
2% of these, Mr. My name's Calavera, and I want a bigger cut.
Oh, but Mr. Calavera, I'm going to need most of these to get myself out of this world. You see, I've been a very bad boy.
I'm going to deliver those tickets to their rightful owners, and I'm going to deliver you to the compost pile.
Doesn't really phase the... Okay. So this is clearly the exciting, you know, end sequence. When I'm at an interactable point, though, I am going to step away for a quick 10 here. As I have to be notified I'm required or something. Oh. Okay, bye, my mans. But this, that's a shame. That is a shame. I'm gonna throw a quick save just in case, because you never know what happens. And I'm going to then do a quick 10-minute bio break here. So, how the fuck? Oh, because this, I guess, is a commentary track from earlier? I'm hitting it anyway.
All we had to do was extract,
Might as well throw that
the
on
text
while
lines
we're
and just do it what
here.
they'd always done for all the Scum games. But I had a brother who's a screenwriter in Hollywood, and
But I'll be
he
back
had,
in about
all
10
these
minutes.
special tools to format his scripts, you know, as a screenplay. And I was like, you
Well,
know,
that's
it
a
would be
shame.
really
That sounds
cool if
like
I
it
gave Dara something
sounds
he could
really
bring those guys who
interesting.
were really like familiar with screenplays. He could bring them something that looked like a screenplay.
Oh shit!
So when I wrote the
And then he
dialogue
has like a
introduction, I made
Joker
it,
origin moment.
actually format it like a
That's
script and actually do the characters going back and forth.
Interesting.
And I gave Tim a way that he could indicate in comments in the code, if you format the
would
comments a
they
certain way, like, you know,
fit in an
she
atypical
pouts or huffily or some other kind of cue, I would extract that and put it along with it. So just like in a normal screenplay, you'd have like, you know, here's my line, and it's like, you know, haughty or whatever. You'd have some cue to the actor about how it's supposed to be read. And I even put in like scene markers, like this is, you know, this is in the high roller casino, or this is exterior, you know, docks. So they had a context for where it was in the game. And through the magic of HTML, when the web was new, I was able to just spit out HTML. So that's what I did. I wrote something that made a screenplay-looking thing in HTML, and then they were able to print out and take it down there.
I love that we finish off in the Grim Reaper first. That's awesome.
Hello? Pigeons? Friends now?
I'm sad to see all these like dimmed
all we
out
had
ones.
to do was extract the text lines
Same
and just do
one.
it what they'd always done for all the Scum games. But I had a brother who's a screenwriter in
What's
Hollywood,
that?
and he had, you know, all these special tools to format his scripts, you know, as a screenplay.
Fancy
And I was like, you know,
animation.
it would be
Get
really
up there.
cool if I
What
gave
is
Dara
that?
something he could bring into those guys who are really like familiar with screenplays. He could bring them something that looked like a screenplay. So when I wrote the dialogue extraction, I made it actually format it like a script and actually do the characters going back and forth. And I gave Tim a way that he could indicate in comments in the code, if you format the comments a certain way, like, you know, she pouts or huffily or some other kind of cue, I would extract that and put it along with it. So just like in a normal screenplay, you'd have, like, you know, here's my line, and it's like, you know, haughty or whatever. You'd have some cue to the actor about how it's supposed to be read. And I even put in like scene markers, like this is, you know, this is in the high roller casino, or this is exterior, you know, docks. So they had a context for where it was in the game. And through the magic of HTML, when the web was new, I was able to just spit out HTML. So that's what I did. I wrote
awfully
something that
stingy
made
with
a
the
screenplay-looking thing in HTML, and then they were able to print out and take it down there.
Well, so much for my third arm.
Sort of mumbling to myself at the same time as just trying to figure. I can select this crack, so there has to be a reason. And I vaguely remember something. And apparently I just filled it with ground up bones.
Bowsley was right. This is the good stuff.
Well, I mean...
I'm saving my ammo for the big guy.
Okay. Thought I remembered something about this. I remembered something
Well, it was gonna happen eventually.
Ay, Chihuahua!
Okay.
That one must be yours.
Don't forget to send for help.
Yeah, that's too bad that they got that. But, I mean... they cut pretty much the... I did see that. I did see that. Pulls out Glottis's brain.
Find Salvador.
That's fucking brutal.
Get in, quick.
Hopefully that's not why it was cut though, because the him tearing out his own heart part earlier in the game is just wonderful.
I don't know. He hasn't told me yet.
Hola, Manuel.
Time for you to swing, Daddy-O. Let's see you walk.
These flowers? All people Hector has sprouted?
Hey, when you're on top like my boyfriend Hector is, you make a lot of enemies.
Oh, jeez. The pan tortillas.
What?
You know, you really have bad taste in men.
No, I have a taste for really bad men. There's a difference.
Well, looks like you don't have to go to the up to the big house right away. That's one thing I'll say that I do find frustrating about some of the more modern adventures is how often they force you to only go to one area. It's like, no, I gotta go do this. It's like, okay, but once I do that, you're gonna let me look at everything anyway, so why don't you just let me look at everything now? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That would have spent more time in the weirdness that is the living world, the land of the living. You know, we only get that one little blurb at the beginning, but I think if you were gonna do that, you might as well have done stuff like that the entire game. And I don't know, it seems to be like, yeah, totally, I can see why that was cut, because it seems to really change the whole aspect of the game. If you could hop back and forth between the two, like the land of the living and the land of the dead, then that would have to become like a game mechanic almost. No, it would change things so late on. I can see why. I get it. No, that's what I mean. It wasn't a mechanic. I'm just saying that if they were to add that in, it would feel like, we could have been doing this the whole time, right? And that's what I meant, as if it became then, it could have almost just become, yeah, totally. That's what I mean, as well. I can understand why it was cut. No, get back here. We came this way, and we might as well look at this stuff. What is this? We can enter this. No. Of course. No, and that's... What
Hector supplies water to keep the flowers alive. Does he see them as a memorial or as trophies? Hector supplies water to keep the flowers alive? Does he see them as a memorial or as trophies?
But like, what all do I still have? The bone meal, and I got that. Okay. Yeah, Olivia took my gun. And clearly, if I had any of that sprout formula, because that would just be too handy to dump that into the water that's feeding these things. All of a sudden, it's the ending of Sad Maximus. Oh, commentary! Yeah!
Oh, I think I thought of the scary thing that ends in a greenhouse. It's, Frosty the Snowman. Remember? Frosty the Snowman, they travel with the snowman, and then she needs to stay warm, so he brings her in. She's going to freeze to death, so he brings her into a greenhouse, but then the bad magician locks him inside the greenhouse,
so it's
and
like
so
a
he
version of
melts,
Frozen.
and I almost cry every time.
Oh.
And then Santa comes and reminds you that it's magic snow, Christmas snow that he's made out of. Okay. That's
Oh
enough
my
about Frosty
goodness,
the
I
Snowman.
missed out on that.
So this is obviously a reference to Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, that's a famous noir for sure.
Well, I mean, modern noir.
Yeah.
Its themes are subtle.
This is the way in. I just hope there's a way out. This is the way in. I just hope there's a way out.
Use the door.
She loves me. She loves me not.
Well, you're half right.
Oh, Manny, so cynical. What happened to you, Manny, that caused you to lose your sense of hope, your love of life?
I died.
I see. I guess Domino is right. You don't have a shred of optimism.
Well, when it comes to shreds, Dom is the expert.
And by that same logic, Manny, you're about to become an expert in botany.
Is this where you tell me all about your secret plan, Hector? How you stole double-end tickets from innocent souls, pretended to sell them but really hoarded them all for yourself in a desperate attempt to get out of the land of the dead?
No. This is where you writhe around in excruciating pain for about an hour because that idiot Bowsley ran off with all the fast-acting sproutella. This slow stuff will sprout you, but it's going to take a long time, I'm sorry to say. Manny, where are you going? You've got some time, you know, before you have to leave. Get it? Leave!
Really? I mean, I have two things. This. I don't even have my scythe anymore. Had that the entire game. I don't think putting bone mail on it's gonna help. So let's do that.
Gracias, Toto Santos.
That was more useful than I expected.
Come on, shake it for me, baby. One of you must be mine.
Salvador?
Manuel, listen carefully. There's a gun in the trunk of this car, but the trunk key is with my body somewhere in the meadow behind the greenhouse. Find it!
Right.
And tell Eva that I know she will guide the Alliance wisely when I am gone. For when I bite this explosive tooth, the deadly cloud will sprout not just my target, but me as well.
Your target? What are you...
Hey, get out of there!
Farewell, my friend!
What were you talking about with the head of the LSA in there? Huh, Sal? Got something you want to share with the class?
Only this.
Viva la revolución!
I mean, perhaps the bone has been bruised? I haven't read Dune, no, and it's been a long time since I've even seen the movies, I'm sorry to say. But I really should because of their influence on, well, just so many fucking things. I do remember minor talking points, but again, those are from the movies, so... Yeah, definitely Star Wars. Some things that they just used for the sake of it, because people would have a clue what they were trying to say, like spice, for example. Hell, and then you have, like, the Command and Conquer games, which essentially grew out of Dune, and have their own inspiration in Tiberium, which is very similar to spice, at least. But, yeah.
He's fine right where he is.
Yeah, more than likely that. I can definitely
Not
see
picking that up. He truly gave his body to the cause.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe we can... Let's take the tickets.
After I deal with Hector. Hey, my scythe.
Yep.
Well, what do you know? Sal had a ticket all along.
So, we should take that ticket because it happens to be a great little homing beacon and commentary.
I think it's neat too that we've just with Tim's storytelling we come to see flowers as a bad thing and to see an actual meadow full of flowers. It makes something that would be pretty ominous.
It's grotesque. Yeah, it's
a mass grave.
That's crazy. That's a lot of flowers. That's a lot of polygons.
So yeah, those are individual flowers in the foreground, and then in the background that they were, pardon me, textures.
And Paul didn't copy and paste any of them. He built each one.
I grew them digitally. I put water on
He built them really small, and then I had to animate and scale each one of them up to the proper size.
A meadow in behind the greenhouse. Run faster, Manny. Come on, man. So, like, he's like, fuck this path. We don't need to take that.
He's not doing anything now. Seems to be attracted to something over this way. He's not doing anything now. 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 Seems to be attracted to something over this way.
Ah. Even a good digging tool. Gee, y'all.
This must be the key to Salvador's trunk.
No, sir. We will run. Pretty much.
yes. Lots of ammo.
Freeze, Hector. Yeah, you heard me.
I still feel like there's shit to do there that's more useful. No, stop moving. Yeah, I'm going over here. So what, I go there to get shot again? Okay. That seems fun.
Huh?
Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, we're not going in there. It's fucking super sprouted this dude. Why, thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. It is definitely... Would we say this is the longest LucasArts game? Like LucasArts Adventure. But
You can count them if you want. They're all here.
How about
yours? Pretty
The company gave me one on the other end. Sort of a retirement present. And, demons ride free, right?
Aw, Manny, you know I
I
can't
like
go
that
with
idea
you.
we had earlier.
I'm a spirit of
that
the
the
land
length
and
of
all
Grim
that.
Fandango
I
was a
can't ever
direct
leave this
result of the
world.
criticism
I
of the
guess I got
shortness
so
of
wrapped
Full
up in saving people, I just assumed I'd be able to save you too.
Yeah, but I don't need to be saved. I like it here. I'm not all alone in that basement anymore, thanks to you. I got a new job and all these new friends. I'm a big demon success story.
So, I guess this is it then.
Come here, give me a hug. Oof. You were the best boss I ever had. Bye.
Manny,
Yeah?
when we get to the next world,
What is it, Angel?
are we going to be together?
You know, sweetheart, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Nobody knows what's gonna happen at the end of the line. So you might as well enjoy the trip.
it was like the mariachis had fake eyes. That was odd. Start it where, finish it where you started. Yeah, no, I can tell they've used their original, like their infographic. I missed the old pause screen, to be totally honest. Not saying I'm overly attached to it, I missed it. Also, weird graphical effect that's causing the text to almost look like it's dripping in certain parts. Not if that's on purpose or what, but it's happening in lots of areas. Might be a graphical problem with my computer if it's not on purpose, which is making me nervous. Not something that happens just on there's a few ends, but then there's one that it's not doing it. I think it's a shame they weren't able to do the same level of update to the backgrounds and whatnot, but it's beautiful as is. The updated shaders makes the characters perhaps a little bit more palatable for people and whatnot. And then, what is going on with this text? Please don't be broken, my computer. I really rely on this thing. I don't know what it... Doesn't look like drippy text on... Okay, because on my end, I'm getting weird lines coming off of, say, I can't point, but like off of the letters. Which could be part of it, but I don't see why I suddenly have drippy text. Anyways. Yeah, no, that part I totally agree. That when I say there's a shame they weren't able to do the same with the backgrounds, I meant specifically remaster the original art to its highest fidelity for that, but that wasn't possible. I wouldn't want them to draw it in a different art style or something. To change the art style and the presentation of this game would be a slap in its face. It's such a part of it. This is one of those games that makes the case for video games being art, and I don't think that, I really hate that that's even an argument that needs to be had anymore, because they definitely aren't. How can someone take The Secret of Monkey Island? It's a basic game, right? I'm not gonna lie. I love every aspect. It's a fairly basic game, though, comparatively, and it has had such a massive impact in my life and just become something that I fixate. How could you not say that is art? Yes, okay, art doesn't require obsession, but at the same time, it's if it was just some. So I've seen a billion movies, for example, that's I haven't bothered to ever see again, or nothing, and they were still considered art because they're film, right? But anyway, I think it's undeniably a thing. I think that's why when I keep on trying to define the archetypes of the three primary creators of The Secret Monkey Island, I always call Tim the artist and Ron the mechanic, and because he very much just loves the code side of it and just the bits and pieces. I think Will Munder would also be the mechanic. No, I got the wrong person. Maybe I've got the right person. I don't know. Offhand, I'm not thinking too hard of it. I'm stuck with which archetype Dave would be. Dave Grossman, to be clear, because there's a few names, but absolutely. I have had hell. If it can provoke any sort of reaction from you other than, just anger at something being badly made, yes. But there's even art with that. There are people who have gone and taken that aspect of it and tried to find how to most effectively drive you insane with poor gameplay, and there's been, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and definitely say there's, yeah, exactly. No, I very much, I think that this was a great deal for Double Fine. They got to, yeah, oh, totally. I think a lot of what Tim does specifically is, subject explorations in each area that he makes his games from. And you could say the same thing for Brutal Legend, which seems to have not quite such a vast imagery, but every single point in that game, if you save it, I mean, if you pause it and just look at the background, every single time you pause that game, you're going to have a beautiful vista, just this amazing shot that you could sit there and look. And if you have ever had the fondest for an album cover and being able to lose yourself in the worlds that way with the music and stuff like that, that entire game is being lost. Like, I want so much more lore from Brutal Legend, specifically because of this. Like, I think, on the note of Brutal Legend, because I think in tangents and I hop from here to there and all sorts of things, I think Brutal Legends would be a great collectible trading card game. Like, the world would suit it very well. Something like Magic the Gathering, but with Brutal Legend. Do it as a digital one. No point in making these cards. They're not going to sell enough to make it worthwhile. But as a game, as a digital trading card game, it would be fucking awesome and have the potential to grow but I'm sure Electronic Arts is the barrier to touching anything Brutal Legend, because of course they are. Thank you for giving us a new way to play this game, Double Fine. Thank you very, very much. And well, it is a bit of a shorter stream today. On Saturday, we're going to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go with the PS2 version of, Well, that's right on. And there's the mariachis that you were mentioning.
Sorry
from
for
the beginning
wait,
and
Mr.
from the end.
Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Take me? Take me where?
Now, there's no need to be nervous.
Nervous?
He's following the key points of
Just your
storyline.
appearance.
He's
A little intimidating.
his stories. I'm not gonna say that
But
they're a
I'm your
master
friend.
class in this,
My
although
name's
they
Manny
totally
Calavera.
are.
I'm your new travel
They
agent.
follow
I don't want a new
the
travel
master
agent.
classes in
I want to go
storytelling
home.
and art design.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone.
I'm not gonna
Everybody
go
is
here and
just as
try
dead
to
as you.
apply a,
That's why we call it the land of the dead.
a breakdown
Are
of
you ready
how
for your
Joseph
big journey?
Campbell's Hero
No.
with a Thousand Faces
What
works with the story like it
4-year
does with
journey of the
absolutely
soul.
everything.
It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you,
As
Celso.
it seems
It
like
could
that's
be
something
very,
that's done.
very dangerous.
Yeah, it's
Unless
an epic.
would you
It
take
would
that
have to
money you
follow
were buried with and buy a better travel package
that
from us?
storyline
I
structure.
mean, wouldn't you
Not
rather
have to,
cross
but
the
it just
land of
seems
the
like
dead in
that's
your
what
own
people do.
sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise.
And
or if you let a
the
very good
execution
life,
is
you may even
wonderful,
be eligible for a
and
ticket on
to
the
a point where
number 9
he's
itself.
physically
The number 9, that's our
leaps
top
into
on
the
line
abyss.
express
You know,
train.
like
It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal
yeah,
rest, in
it's very
4
true,
minutes instead
and
of
I
4
hate to say it
years.
because it sat on
Very
my
few people
local Radio
qualify.
Shack shelf
Let's take a look
for
at
a
your
long
records.
time. And by the time I'm like, oh shit, and I really knew that it was. Because I don't know why I didn't know.
The bad news is the train appears to be.
Anyways, I went to
just
get
out
it,
of
and it was
your reach,
they
but
closed
I
that
still
Radio
got a
Shack,
couple
and I
of
couldn't
tricks
get a
up my
hold of the
sleeve
guy
here.
that owned it, and it was gone. And then
Yeah,
eventually
ha.
one day I did order it
Yes,
directly
that's the ticket.
from
The
LucasArts
Excelsior
themselves.
line.
Once they actually started shipping
Yes, she's
into
a
my
beauty.
area.
That compass and the handle will sure come in handy too. Oh, you're going to have a
Yeah,
great trip.
yeah.
Wish
No,
I was
and that's
going.
because they were
Why don't
seeing
you? You could give me a lift.
they
Oh,
were
I
seeing
can't
the
leave here until I've
profitability of
worked
video
off a
games
little
as
debt
something
to the powers that
exclusively
be.
what
service,
makes the
eh?
crazy big
Well,
numbers.
I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
That
I'll
works
be
for a
leaving here
bit,
soon enough.
then they milk
No
it to
thanks,
death,
we dead and
and
no
then it
commission, no
doesn't
life
work.
cases
And
like
they can't
yours,
just
man,
throw
so-
that name of that game that
Hey,
sold
Manny,
a billion
the boss
things
told me
on
to tell
whatever.
you not to leave
As somebody
early
who worked
tonight.
at
He wants
retail,
to talk
I
to
can
you
tell
about
you,
something when he gets
yeah,
back from his
elements
trip.
of that sales strategy
Don
works,
not to worry.
and you're never going to stop AAA gaming. We always would get sent like 26
Especially not with
copies
clients like that.
of Call of Duty, you know, whatever latest one they came out
They don't
with,
qualify for
and
anything good,
for the
so I
most
can't
part,
sell
those
anything
copies would
good.
sell out.
Can't work off my time and I'm stuck.
Call of Duty Ghosts,
selling
though, oh
walking
my
sticks to a
god,
bunch of burros
we
for
still had
eternity.
like 20 copies
I
of
need better
that
clients.
2
I
years
need a
later.
real saint. I
And
need a lead
Jesus
on a
Christ.
rich dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
Okay. No. Just, it's like, okay, let's play it again, Sam. Play it again, Sam. Appropriate. And, wow, I forgot what I was in. But, like, I personally am very, very grateful for the rise. Why would you have $1 to make games? Yeah. And, like, from their corporate have to, you know, see returns to make an investment worthwhile area, making these crazy high budget games and whatnot. Like, how else do they try to find proper funding for that? But now for these smaller projects, like, I've been really looking at Visionaire Studio as an engine for even hobbyist games that I might make for myself in the future while I try to figure things out. And I mean, there's a lot that can be done with a much smaller budget within the area that we're looking for. The biggest time sink is artwork and animation. The rest is, well, I guess writing dialogue too, but I mean, for me, that's the most fun part, is sitting there writing the silly shit that people are going to say and what's going to happen. It's the artwork that kills me, because I'm not great at drawing and stuff, and I don't want to just put out trash that looks like trash from MS Paint or something like that. So that's my hang up there. Thankfully, my wife is an artist and she's excellent at it, but she's more of a character than background, so there's that too. No. I think, but returning to, man, I go on tangents. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I think this was a great deal for Double Fine. I think it was completely out of the blue. I don't know if people were like expecting a whole lot of them and Sony to collaborate like they did to bring these games back, and it was really Sony's weight and voice that got the door back open with LucasArts to even okay them. Well, Disney, because no, let's shutter something unnecessarily. I mean, they could have just held the brand, but whatever. At least it's back in its old form, but we know right now it's the Indian Star Wars machine, so we'll see where we go from there. And I don't know. Let's hope Indy is far, far more productive than Star Wars was, to imply that they should focus on some of their other IPs for a little bit. Also, I don't hate Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I know it's silly, I know lots of people are like, oh, why to go there? It's because they went there. They go with crazy alien stuff. Why not? You know? It's supposed to be fiction. Anyways, not gonna get... That's a debate for somebody who's far more into Indiana Jones than I am. I can't sit here and say that I have a huge weight in that conversation anyway. Disney not really said Williams. Yeah, and perhaps there's an element on that because you know how easy it is to just rate people's books with loot boxes and you know, buy more crystals to get more time and all that sort of thing. I mean, there's certainly money in it, but is it money you want? And are the games really that compelling, or are they just repetitive actions that people get hooked on, and then, you know, using that formula, the game prevents you from being able to finish what you're trying to do, which it says you could wait, or you could buy more to continue, right? So, yeah. There's money there, but it's predatory money. Yeah. Anyways, that was a bunch of additional commentary. Thank you, everybody, for watching our Grim Fandango stream. I am going to cut it here. This has been a fun extra bit of conversation. What I'll probably do is put that, like, in my rebroadcast or whatever. I'll probably put that after a break and just have it playing during the credits or something like that. That should be fun. It's always fun. Thank you again for joining me. Really appreciate it, especially because this one I did need a little bit more hints than usual. And your hints were always great without being spoilery. I know when we see each other on streams regularly, trying to do that for other people as well. Every time I see somebody playing Monkey Island, I sort of pop on and try to give them a hint or two, because I would hate for them to get stuck somewhere and then not really get the whole presentation and have the opportunity to fall in love with the game. So I like to jump on and say, you know, if they're having an issue, without ruining anything, just try to give them a nudge in the right direction if they look like they're getting frustrated. I know people play games a bit differently than we did back in the day. And I would hate for somebody who's going through Monkey Island for the first time to just sit there and go off of a guide and not really get that whole feeling. However works best for them, for sure. But there's something to be said about discovering the solutions to that game. Anyways, thank you very much. I trail off. I keep saying bye and then I keep going on. Anyways, take care, ATM. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, on the future streams whenever I get caught up with everything, thank you very much. Be sure to click like and subscribe if you liked it, and then I will catch you on the next video. I look forward to Saturday, where we'll be starting, where we should be starting at least Escape from Monkey Island on its PS2 version, as that's currently, I do believe, the best way to play it, until somebody at least comes up with a great point-and-click mod or something like that. Somebody should retexture that whole game. Fuck it. Anyways, so while I'm just hoping for random shit. Take care, guys. Have a great one, and we'll catch you on the next stream. Cheers.